one of the ways that we can use the present subjunctive is if we have a trigger word, a K, and a change of person. And if you have all three of these things, what do you win? You win the subjunctive. Just a quick refresher, what is the trigger word? Or where does it happen? The trigger word will be to the left of the K. You need a K and a change of person from the one to the other. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take each one of these individually, and we're going to look at them and see what are some of these words that we can use to replace quiero. So quiero is a trigger word, and which one would it fall under? Well, that would fall under a W. So what we can do is we can replace that trigger word with a different trigger word. The D of our weirdo in our trigger word stands for doubt or denial. So if I have some doubt or I have some denial, yes, trigger word. So we have to doubt, to not think, to not believe, to deny, that's an E there, and to not be sure. Now, we have to be real careful, because within doubt or denial, there are some false friends, some amigos falsos, that try to trick us up. We remember that we have to have doubt or denial for it to be a trigger word. But if there is no doubt, it is not a trigger word. Well, we'll see if we can figure out who those false friends are as we go through. Okay, so let's look at number one. I doubt that you have a Mini Cooper. To doubt, trigger word. Okay. And we have our change of person. We're going from the yo form to the to form. We have a trigger, we have a K, and we have a change of person. And if we have all three, we get to use the subjunctive. Well, let's look at number two. I don't believe. And yeah, that's on our list. It's actually right there. Trigger word. K. And Shakira, so we're going from the yo form to Shakira, which is the ella form. So we have our three things. 1, 2, 3. So I don't believe that Shakira is your girlfriend, so we need to put ser into the present subjunctive. All right, now remember what I was telling you about those false friends that we have? For doubt or denial trigger words to work, you have to have exactly that, doubt or denial. But if there is no doubt, then you have no trigger word. So number 3 here, I believe. Well, we know that I don't believe is a trigger word, but I believe, that is not a trigger word, because in Spanish, if you say I believe, there is no doubt. Well, if we don't have our trigger word, we can't use subjunctive, so we'll go ahead and just put this into the present indicative. Number 4. I am sure that she is famous. I am sure. Well, there's no doubt if you say I am sure. If you said I'm not sure, then we would have a trigger word, right? That's on our list over here. But when you say I am sure that, there exists no doubt. No doubt, no trigger word. No trigger word, no subjunctive. Boom! S. So when we're looking at our list over here, I doubt, I don't think, I don't believe, I deny, I'm not sure, we know that the ones I have listed here are trigger words. But if there is no doubt, you have no trigger word. So today, we've been talking about trigger words. And there are a lot of trigger words, and so you have to figure out a way to memorize them. But what I would do is just start with one letter at a time. Start with your W today, and think about all the different kinds of verbs that you could replace and put in here for a new trigger word. And then go on to your E, your I, your R, your D, and your O. Now remember, there are lots of ways to use the subjunctive. This is one of those ways. A trigger word, a K, and a change of person. If you have all three of those things, subjunctive. Alright, go out and try a few on your own. Let me know how it goes. Suerte.